is a review for Game of Thrones Season 5, Episode 2 with 0 book spoilers, so if you are a show-only watcher, this is completely safe for you. And I'm gonna clump this review by characters or settings. First one, the Wall. We knew Jon Snow wouldn't accept being legitimized. He has stark honor and he has made a vow to the Night's Watch. I wish they would have played out his struggle with whether to accept it or not a bit longer though. I imagine this would be a big moment for a bastard. Jon just seemed to kind of shrug it off pretty fast. The talk of grayscale and madness made me a bit nervous. That scene looked like a setup for something further down the line. Also very nervous for Stannis' little girl. 1, Melisandre was way too in her coming to the Wall. 2, they are making us love her way too damn much. And 3, Mel has a habit of doing bad things to those that have king's blood in them. Sam's roast of Janos. Sam has come such a long way from being that bullied kid in the beginning. It's heartwarming to see his fellow Night Watch brothers accepting him. The voting was kind of anticlimactic. I guess that's a cool way to deal with voting. I mean, what were they going to do? Put vote for Jon Snow for Lord Commander posters everywhere? Okay, that actually would have been kind of cool. So now Jon Snow is Lord Commander, and we all know this is going to create more tension. Daenerys, her execution of the ex-slave, she said it herself, the law is the law. I'm glad she stuck to her guns instead of trying to keep the freed slaves happy with her. I don't know if I found the hissing scary or funny, maybe a bit of both. You have a woman that grew up with Westeros values, taking over a city in Essos with very different traditions and cultures. Some things are never okay, but other things you just have to accept no matter how weird or awful they seem to you. It's their beliefs and culture. I think everyone at some point in their life should take a cultural anthropology class. It really helps you see that just because it disgusts you doesn't mean it's necessarily wrong. So anyways, now you have a Westeros culture-bred woman putting those beliefs on this city. What Daenerys did was logical to her. You murdered someone who didn't have a trial, so now you are guilty and must die. However, to the freed slaves, they just see Daenerys siding with the slavers and executing one of them. I think Drogon coming back because of the strength she showed, but when she appeared weak again, he just kind of dismissed her and left, and I don't think she's really going to be able to control her dragon, or dragons, until she accepts that she is the mother of dragons and fire and blood, and just not have that crippling weakness and uncertainty. Cersei and Jaime, I mentioned this in the book spoilers review of this episode, but did she seriously just keep resetting the box for dramatic effect? You could have left it open. Her verbal beatdowns of Jaime are getting harsher and harsher. At what point is he going to be like, you want to know what? Fuck this, I'm out. I was having more fun with Brienne, and I got my hand cut off on those adventures. The Small Council, Cersei again trying to stack men in her favor. I love the smackdown by her uncle Kevin Lannister. You are the Queen Mother. Nothing more. I really want Kevin to start throwing wrenches in her plans. I'm sure Cersei would be driven absolutely insane seeing Marjorie whispering in one of Tommen's ears and Kevin in the other. She is never going to have the level of control she wants, and it's going to eat her up inside. Not sure how I feel about Bronn and Jaime. Bronn is a fun character, and Jaime's character has been getting a bit stale. It seems like all Jaime is around for is getting yelled at and talked down to lately. I imagine Bronn seeing Jaime and thinking, oh god, no, what? So they're off to have Dorne adventure time. Arya scenes were a delight and way too short. Nothing's worth anything to a dead man was a beautiful line. Out of all the characters on the show, they have developed her so well. Now I want to see Arya become a crazy assassin, go back to Westeros, and complete her wish list. Lastly, not sure how I felt about Dorne scenes this episode. They seemed really underwhelming. Maybe I'm just getting too excited for the Sand Snakes. I liked seeing the water gardens. Ilaria wanting vengeance seemed really out of character. This is a seemingly even-tempered woman we saw in King's Landing. Oberyn wants to start shit over the Lannister singing, and she's like, hey, no, calm down, let it go. Now she's like this murdering machine that wants to butcher little girls. I don't know. Maybe we're thinking grief has changed her? So that was my review for Season 5, Episode 2. Make sure you check out our other Game of Thrones videos.